In this video, guys, we have so much to talk about, so many small news stories coming out, and also we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin technical analysis, of course, watching these major resistance levels. Well, the first one we actually broke through, that was at 9,000, but the next major resistance level, that is probably the most important line to watch right now. So if you want to know more about this, keep watching this video. Hello guys, and welcome to the moon. My name is Carl and I'm here to bring you another cryptocurrency video. And let's start off where we usually do start off, with the general market. I'm having like a big deja vu where it just feels just like the later part of 2017 where we were just going up, this is crazy, guys. Let's go over to these charts here and let's see what we can find that is interesting. Well, I guess there's not really much to say about this bottom here, more than what I've already said, that it really feels like this $250 billion line might have been the bottom. And every day we're going up right now, it just further confirms that. I actually predicted that we were going to see the price bottom out at 300 billion. But well, that wasn't correct. I was wrong there. We actually fell down to 250. But if we zoom in a little bit here and take a look at the more recent price action. So in the last video, I actually said that I thought that we might meet resistance at the 400 billion and maybe have a small correction before we can go up. But that didn't happen. We actually blasted right through this $400 billion line. So obviously I was wrong here. So first we met resistance here, struggled to get through here. So we circled around the 400 billion, and then just a few hours ago we just blasted right through here. And I mean, yeah, that's extremely bullish. That we're just first we broke the 300 billion, the 350, and now the 400. And then the 400 that's a major line, guys. We're now back to where we were up here. So very bullish, guys. And I am still very bullish. And I know that some people are calling still for Bitcoin to go to 5K or whatever, but that is getting ever more unlikely as we push forward here. And the altcoins are, of course, moving very fast here. And if you're wondering about my 100 billion prediction, I have totally scratched that. I guess we came close, but I was wrong. So we came down to 133 billion. And if you don't know, I actually called for the altcoins to go down to 100 billion. I'm not sure exactly when I said that, but somewhere around here. But I don't think we're going to 100 billion anymore. I think that we have seen the bottom, and even if we will see a correction at some point, I still don't think that we're going to see 100 billion in the altcoins. And looking at the Bitcoin dominance here, first of all, I feel like maybe I just have to be a bit honest here. I think that the altcoins have performed a lot better than I thought that they would during the last few weeks here. I didn't expect that we were going to go sub 40%. I've always had in my mind that it's possible that, of course, we go in curves, just like over here in 2017, where we went up, went down, and up and down, but eventually we came up to 50-60% here. And even though I still think that we're going to 50% and it's going to go up and down, I didn't expect this massive regaining of the altcoins. However, I do still think that it is a very good sign for the market in general, because this is truly confidence coming back into the market. So I'm very happy for the crypto markets in general, and I have put in a few trades here in a few altcoins. But that's going to be it for the general market. And today we have so much news to go through that, and I don't want to make this video an hour long, so I'm just going to quickly go through the news, the headlines, and just a quick little my thoughts about it. And then I'll just link the different news articles in the description, and you can go and read for yourself. That way we can get through more content today. Alright, so first up we have a survey here. Over 16 million Americans now own cryptocurrency, survey finds. Let's just take a look at the interesting data here. So according to this survey, 8% of the country owns some sort of cryptocurrency. And I think that the more interesting data that we can extract here is this. So I think that this is the most interesting part of this. The reasons people won't buy cryptocurrencies. So the biggest reason why people do not invest in cryptocurrencies at the moment is this: there is no need, or they are disinterested. So I think that this can definitely change in times of turbulence in the world economy, in a financial crisis, when the fiat money starts to collapse. This is definitely going to change. I think that's a given. It's too high risk, and yeah, sure, yes, that it's definitely high risk. It's too complicated to understand, and I think this is definitely why I think it's still a big opportunity to buy crypto, because it's very complicated. If you remember yourself, when you started to buy crypto, you have to go to Coinbase, get your passport picture, and all the, it's a big step. It's not just going and buy it, right? And that's why you should be thankful to yourself that you actually took the time to just go through these steps and actually get to the end. So I guess I don't know, but let's say out of 10 people that are devoted to go in and buy Bitcoin, maybe only 2 or 3 at most actually went through with it. But when the price eventually goes up even higher, well, I guess all of these 10 people are going to own Bitcoin. So you got in earlier, all right? And then of course we have it's a scam, it's a bubble, it's too difficult to use, and there are too many fees. So the fees are of course potentially going to be almost zero with the Lightning Network. I'm going to talk about that also later in the video. And it's too difficult to use. That's also going to change when the interfaces get more user friendly. And it's a bubble, it's a scam. Well, I guess they don't know what crypto is. And so that was the first one, and let's go over to this. Just quickly, I want to address this, that PayPal adds $5.99 fee to international transfers. And I'm not going to go through this more than, well, I guess PayPal wants us to buy Bitcoin instead, because Bitcoin is definitely going to be the biggest alternative to PayPal. So I guess PayPal are just pushing people into buying Bitcoin here. So you can read this if you want to. And here we have Tim Draper. I've already talked about him in previous videos. Alright, so there's no denying that Tim Draper is bullish on Bitcoin. Let's see what he has to say about Bitcoin. When asked during a debate how the digital currency compared to his early investments in Tesla, Hotmail, and Skype, Draper said, "Bitcoin will be bigger than all of those combined." Alright, so this guy is an early investor in the internet. So he is known for making great investments like Tesla, Hotmail, Skype. And he actually went out to say that Bitcoin is going to outperform all of these investments combined, which is a very, very bold statement. And he also went on to say this: "This is bigger than the internet. It's bigger than the Iron Age, the Renaissance. It's bigger than the Industrial Revolution." And also, if you didn't know, he has also called for a $250,000 Bitcoin within 4 years. Alright, but if you want to read more about that, you have the links down below. Let's go over to the news about the Lightning Network, because Lightning Network is really showing signs of progress here. So the headline reads, "Bitcoin Lightning Network matures with record 2,000 nodes and $150,000 capacity." And let's go down here, and here it says, "At one point, over 2,000 active public nodes were available to process transactions, which can confirm almost instantly for a fee of less than 1 Satoshi per byte. What's more, the network has now reached 7,000 active channels." So we have almost instant transactions with fees of less than 1 Satoshi. Yes, guys, less than 1 Satoshi. Goodbye PayPal, goodbye all the different altcoins trying to be Bitcoin. So Lightning Network can really make Bitcoin the way it was supposed to be from the beginning. And so this is great news. This, if anything, can take Bitcoin to the actual moon, guys. So this is very interesting. We're going to have to keep watching this. All right, let's go over to this also. So this article is about Circle Trade, the trading operation of Circle. They do block trading for big investors that have millions and millions of dollars to invest in Bitcoin, but they don't want to go into Coinbase and just dump their money into the market, because that will affect the price. And here it also says, over-the-counter trading occurs off exchange venues such as Coinbase, GDAX, or Kraken. The point of such desks is to provide a platform for high net worth crypto holders and institutions to make large trades without impacting the broader market. So the big news here is that they actually upped their minimum order of 250,000 up to 500,000. So that's the least amount that you can use to trade here. So here it says the minimum ticket size has moved up to $500,000 with an average of 1 million. But let's go over to something very interesting. This is Dan Bilzerian, and Dan Bilzerian has millions and millions of followers over at Instagram, Twitter, over everywhere. So he has a very, very large audience that are not crypto related at all. But look at this tweet he tweeted yesterday. Time to get back in crypto. And I guess that's good news. Because why not, right? Dan Bilzerian is a hodler, and it looks like he also thinks that we might have seen the bottom, and yeah, it looks like he's back into crypto, and of course that's going to affect his audience. But yeah, that was just something I quickly wanted to mention as well. But let's go over to the Bitcoin price here, and well, it's over 9,000. We went straight through 9,000. Let's start off with, I think, just the very important levels here that we've been talking about. So first of all, in a few videos back, I talked about the two levels that I think are the absolutely most important ones. First of all, the 9,000. That's the first major resistance level, and the next major resistance level is this one. And well, since we just broke straight through the 9,000, okay, no, we didn't really break straight through. We did see some resistance at first, to be fair. So now that I've zoomed in here, we can see that the yellow line here is this $9,000 level, and it's obvious that we struggled for a few days here to actually break through the $9,000 level. And if we go back to the 1 day, we can see that we went straight through the 100-hour EMA here, which we actually lined up here as resistance alongside the $9,000 level, which also further led me to believe that we might see a small little correction here. But once again, no, we didn't. The Bitcoin price is very, very bullish here, and I was wrong here. So I think that now we're gonna have to see if the $9,000 level will be our new support line, which I think is just very, very possible. But like I said in my video a few days back, I think that the absolutely most important line is not the $9,000 line. I think that the biggest line is this here, and I've been talking a lot about this line, how it's the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern. And if we want to go up to this line and test it, we're gonna have to see a price increase of about 23% here. So it's a very, very big move up to these levels, and I don't expect us to just go vertically here because yet we haven't had an actual correction on our way up here. Eventually at some point I feel like we're gonna have to just cool down a little bit, even though I still hold to my prediction that we have seen a double bottom here, or my theory, because of course it's not a 100% certainty that this double bottom is going to play out, because technical analysis is never 100% certain, it's just probabilities. But yeah, so the theory goes that we have seen a double bottom where we have first a downtrend, which is essential in a double bottom formation, and then we saw a reversal up here, actually formed a double top, which is not very unusual in a double bottom formation, and then we came down here, formed this double bottom where we have two bottoms here, and so somewhere along here I felt like, well, if this was the second bottom, then yeah, this might be a double bottom. And what happens if this is true? Then yeah, we're going to see the price go up to this neckline here, this resistance line. And if we break out here, the theory goes that we should see a breakout to this level roughly. And if you've been following me, then yeah, you know that this is around 17k. So my prediction or my theory, which is not 100% certain, of course, like I just said, but is that we're going to 17k pretty soon. And it's not really that and it's not easy to predict when. And yeah, right now it actually looks like we are on our way up there. But the big major test is of course going to be this line, which we failed to break through over here. And depending on exactly where we're going to break through, if we do, it's going to be somewhere along the lines of 11,300 or maybe 11,200. But let's say 11,000 to 11,500, just to have a general area to watch out for. And currently, the line we are struggling to break through is the 100-day moving average, or well, we are actually through it, but we haven't seen a decisive breakthrough right now. And I also think that one of the big things we need to watch is of course the 200-day moving average. Maybe one of the most widely used indicators to just see if something is generally in a bearish mode or in a bullish mode. And currently we are below the 200-day, which is bearish. And so yeah, I think with a lot of the volume coming in here is probably institutional investors or smart money, because smart money, they buy below the 200-day, and I think that they have been waiting for this correction. Generally, smart money or people that know trading, they probably wait for a 50% correction, and of course we've already seen that we are currently below 50%. So I think that institutional money is probably what is happening right now, and is probably what is going to push us up here. The retail investors are probably going to start massively increase when the FOMO starts to set in. I think institutional investors, they don't really go into FOMO and all that. They try to be very rational, and that's why we see institutions buy low and sell high, and retail investors generally chasing the highs. But that's going to be it for today, guys, and I think that you should watch the video I'm linking down here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.